Doncic. Luka Doncic. Welcome to the NBA. Welcome to the Weekly Patriot. Welcome Luka Doncic to the NBA. If you do not know who Luka Doncic is a Slovenian basketball player who just got drafted number, I believe it was, third overall by the Atlanta Hawks, but then he was traded to the Dallas Mavericks for quite a bit, actually. Luka Doncic is possibly maybe the most underrated player in this draft, in my opinion. He passes all the eye tests that I can possibly think of. The only thing that maybe you could argue is he's not the greatest, quickest defender, but I mean, he's not lazy. That's for sure. His range is absolutely phenomenal. His ball handling is getting better by the day. His shooting ability is just so clean and pure. He can drive to the rim and pass almost as good as Ben Simmons, it looks like. He's 6'7" or 8. It's been reported both, and or I've seen both. He's about 240 pounds. He's a big, strong guy. He's not going to be the fastest, but he's definitely not slow. Luka Doncic, he got traded. The Hawks might be completely regretting this right now. I'm going to read a little article from Sportskita over in, I believe that's Turkey. Oh no, I'm sorry, excuse me, that's India. Over in India, this article from Sportskita. The author is Prakash Chandra. So thank you, Prakash Chandra. This is written a day ago. Luka Doncic, born February 28th, 1999. He is very young. Before being drafted by the NBA, he played for the EuroLeague club Real Madrid. He debuted in the senior side at the age of 16. The youngest Real Madrid player in club history. By the way, EuroLeague, if you guys are not aware, EuroLeague is the second. It's the second most competitive league to the NBA. So, like, if there's the NBA is the most competitive league that everyone wants to get into, and then the EuroLeague would be second. It's not the Chinese league. It's the EuroLeague would be the second most competitive league, and he won the MVP award and 2 titles before the age of 19 in the EuroLeague. And I guess people are trying to suggest, or not people, the commentators, the people that didn't believe in him, which a lot did. A lot of people did believe in him, and that's how I learned about him, was from actually Will Kane on ESPN is how I learned from him. But Luka Doncic, he has tons and tons of skills. His teammates loved him in Real Madrid, and I think he's going to make an immediate impact in the NBA. I think that the people that doubted him were looking at his size and the fact that he's kind of slower and bigger. Maybe they were even looking at his skin color and saying, well, we have a lot of, fast black guards, and we don't need this big, tall, white. I'm not sure. Maybe it was a race thing. I don't know. I hope not. I hope that wasn't a thing, because, it's all about merit in the NBA and in every other sport. And if you look at Luka Doncic, a lot of people are trying to compare him to Rudy Gay. I think, not Rudy Gay, I'm sorry, Ricky Rubio. That's what I was going to say. He's a lot bigger than Rubio. He's a lot bigger, and he can shoot threes already as a young kid. Rubio could not shoot when he first came in the league, and he has all these passing abilities. And I see a big future with Luka Doncic. I think the Mavericks got a steal. The Hawks traded. They wanted Trae Young from the Mavericks, and they wanted Trae Young and a first round pick, and that's what they got. So the Mavericks got Luka Doncic and a first-round pick for Trae Young. And I'm not saying Trae Young might be the next Steph Curry. Who knows? But Luka Doncic, I mean, he's as tall as Ben Simmons. He can pass just like Ben Simmons. He's a big, strong athlete that I think is going to play for a really, really long time. Like it was reported earlier, his first few years in Real Madrid, he was a teenager. He was a young kid. Now he's only 19 and he's in the NBA. It's unbelievable. I mean, and like a lot of these, there's a lot of 19-year-olds in the NBA right now, but a lot of them are, they were given the hype and the publicity of college basketball, and Luka Dončić wasn't given all that hype, and maybe that's why he was overlooked for a little bit. He played competitively with Kristaps Porzingis before he came into the league, so I really think he's got a lot of potential. I'm going to show you how his stats have improved each year from the time he was a kid. From the time he was just 14, 15, 16 years old. He joined Real Madrid, I believe, at 15 or 16. Excuse me. And you just see his stats bumping up each year. First year is only 2 points a game. He only started 3 games. Second year he did almost 5. He started 43 games. The next year he started 8, and he started almost all the games. And then he started in the senior EuroLeague, like the actual EuroLeague, and they won the title. He averaged. He can go off too. Like that's just his average. I believe there's a game he went off for 33 points. He's a scorer, but he can do everything. He's a big body. Like honestly, he's like a big, strong, slow LeBron James. He's a big white LeBron James. I mean, for real, running down the court. Unbelievable athlete, in my opinion. And I'm just gonna get rid of these stats real quick. And this is him in the Mavericks just this week. He's got a lot of good teammates now. They're gonna trust him with that all year. Yeah, Mark Cuban's happy. He got a steal, and he got a first-round pick out of it too. Unbelievable, unbelievable. The Mavericks stole the draft. I might actually retitle this to how the Mavericks slow. His feet are a little bit slow. You can see he's kind of like he's named in Larry Bird. Like for real, that's the comparison. That's the people I would do. And the reason I say Larry Bird is obviously because he has that style. He's big and tall, and he's gangly. He's a big, tall, white dude. All-star. I don't think he'll be Larry Bird. I'm not obviously saying that. Title eventually with a couple other pieces. They're gonna need Barnes to step up. Smith needs to become a star. Jordan needs to stay with the team. A lot of things need to happen for that to happen, but they got to steal. The Mavericks are going to be relevant again. You heard it here first. This is the Weekly Patriot. Thanks again for stopping by.